Time and time again, why would we be celebrating the golden jubilee of our Constitution, given the challenges that we have faced as a democratic society? And the simple answer is, it's something that has always been true for Pakistan. We do not define ourselves by the challenges that we have faced. We choose to define ourselves by how we have faced those challenges. And while it is true that the Constitution of Pakistan has been violated time and time again, Mr. Speaker, we've seen one military dictator after another military dictator usurp the rights of the people of Pakistan. It is equally true that time and time again the people of Pakistan have resisted each and every single usurper, each and every single dictator, whether his name was General Zia-ul-Haq or whether his name was General Musharraf. It is the brave people of Pakistan who've not only faced all forms of hardship, all forms of authoritarianism, all forms of dictatorship, but they have defeated them as well. And the credit for the restoration of the Constitution of Pakistan, the credit for the restoration of democracy in Pakistan goes to the people of Pakistan. Janabi Speaker, we are a young and fledgling democracy. The unity government has chosen to sacrifice political capital in the greater good of Pakistan, in the greater good for democracy of Pakistan, and in the greater good for the economy of Pakistan. And it is why we chose, while we were in opposition, in the face of suppression, in the face of authoritarianism, where not only our leaders were arrested, but the women of our household were arrested. Mr. Speaker, I am proud of the fact that my party and my family have fought against dictatorship for 3 generations. But we have never, Mr. Speaker, we have never taken the law into our own hands. Mr. Speaker, we faced the worst form of suppression. The founding father of our Constitution, Qaid-e-Awam, Shaheed Zulfikar Ali Bhutto, was hanged. But, Mr. Speaker, the members of the Pakistan People's Party set themselves on fire. They did not set Pakistan on fire. Mr. Speaker, when we lost Shaheed Mohtarma Benazir Bhutto, we did not just lose the leader of our country. We lost my mother after she had lost her father, after she had lost one brother, after she had lost another brother. And at the time, there was great anguish across Pakistan. There was great anger across Pakistan. But even at the young age of 19, Mr. Speaker, I called on my supporters not to take revenge from an institution based on the actions of an individual. And, Mr. Speaker, the Pakistan People's Party's motto was that democracy is the best revenge. When the supporters of the Pakistan People's Party, particularly in the smaller provinces, were so raw with emotion, so full of anger, that they were demanding कि खुदा ना खास्ता, they were demanding the breakup of Pakistan. There were slogans that we do not want Pakistan. After burying my mother's body, Sadr Asif Zardari said कि Pakistan khappe. We want Pakistan. Janabi Speaker, we have faced some of the worst examples of authoritarianism. We've experienced some of the worst examples of authoritarianism. But we have never, ever, ever gone outside the domain of the Constitution of Pakistan. It is indeed a moment of pain for many Pakistanis. It is a moment of pain for every peace-loving, democratic, patriotic Pakistani. What we have seen play out before our eyes over the last couple of days. I want to not only apologize to our guests, but I want to apologize to the people of Pakistan. They do not deserve this. The people of Pakistan who are facing some of the toughest economic challenges that we've experienced in our history, whose real issue, whose real worry is how are they going to get their next meal, have been held hostage by the politics of a few populists, a few anarchists. And while the people of Pakistan have stood up to every dictator, and the people of Pakistan have experienced every military dictator and faced them head on, I have full faith in the people of Pakistan that they will face every fascist head on. They will face any so-called politician who resorts to violence. We are the maker of laws, Mr. Speaker. Whether I like it or not, the laws that are passed by this House are made by the people, by the people's representatives. And while we are used to military dictators breaking our laws, military dictators breaking our Constitution, this is the first time we are witnessing a former Prime Minister, a man who sat in that chair, who represented this House, who represented this country, resort to violence, break the laws of the land, break the Constitution of the land. And we've got to this day, Mr. Speaker, because you and I have been too reconciliatory. At the time of the vote of no confidence, when the Prime Minister, the President, and the Deputy Speaker violated the Constitution of Pakistan, we thought that it would be perceived as political victimization if those who had broken the Constitution had been tried for breaking the Constitution, and so we did nothing. When those who were caught by their own party members receiving foreign funding to conduct their politics, when the Constitution and law of Pakistan allowed that you ban any political party who is a foreign-funded political party, we were worried that it would be perceived as political victimization, and we did nothing. When an individual resisted arrest and a few officers reached his house to present him with his arrest warrant, he turned the city of Lahore into a war zone. We did nothing, for we feared to be perceived as conducting political victimization. We have allowed every single red line to be broken one after another. We have given carte blanche to certain political parties to do as they like. But, Mr. Speaker, today our Constitution, our law, is not being challenged by any military dictator. Our Constitution, our law, is being challenged by a narrow populist, a fascist, a political party that has decided to take up arms against the state of Pakistan. And, Mr. Speaker, I want to guarantee you and our guests standing before us here today that just as the Pakistan People's Party has resisted every single military dictator in our history, we will resist the populists of today. And just as the people of Pakistan have resisted every military dictator in our history, they will resist the populist authoritarian of today. We must all act together, Mr. Speaker, to preserve and protect the Constitution and its laws in good times and in bad. And we have full faith in you, in this House, in our Constitution, and in our people, that we shall overcome. I appreciate you, your office, the chairperson of the International Constitutional Committee, and all our
वज़ीर ख़ारजा बिलावल भुट्टो ज़रदारी कौमी असम्बली में इज़हार ख्याल कर रहे थे। इस मौके पर उनका बात करते हुए कहना था कि जब हमने अपनी वालदा को दफनाया तो मेरे वालिद आसिफ अली ज़रदारी ने पाकिस्तान खप्पे का नारा लगाया। उनका ये कहना था कि इस वक्त पाकिस्तान को सबसे ज़्यादा इत्तेहाद की ज़रूरत है। मैं इस बात पर बहुत शर्मसार हूँ कि जिन हालात में मेरे मेहमानों को यहाँ पाकिस्तान का रुख करना पड़ा वो इतने मिसाली और आइडियल नहीं है, लेकिन फिर भी हम आपको खुशामदीद कहते हैं। उनका ये भी कहना था कि पाकिस्तान को इस वक्त इत्तेहाद की ज़रूरत है और पाकिस्तान की तरक्की के लिए हमने अपने पॉलिटिकल कैपिटल को दांव पर लगाया। हमने इस बात को दांव पर लगाया कि हमें कितने वोट पड़ेंगे, लेकिन हमने पाकिस्तान की सालमियत पर आंच आने नहीं दी। वज़ीर ख़ारजा और चेयरमैन पीपल्स पार्टी बिलावल भुट्टो इस वक्त कौमी असम्बली में इज़हार ख्याल कर रहे थे एक कॉन्फ्रेंस से, जिसमें बात करते हुए उनका ये कहना था कि बेनज़ीर भुट्टो की क़यादत में लोगों के अंदर एक एतमाद था